if you guys are Pokemon fans and you haven't played Pokemon Insurgents, that was adult. That had cults, blood, adult themes, and it was pretty cool. I feel like if they actually, I don't think they were ever gonna make it, but I still think an adult Pokemon game would be cool. I don't know how they would get away with that though. I don't think they would ever try that because that's like totally against all their policies. But some sort of dark Pokemon game would be super sick with like death and relationships and things like that. I think that would be really sick. I just don't ever think we'll ever see that ever. I think the only way that happens is if like Game Freak continue making their regular games and give the rights to another company who they bring in to like make an adult Pokemon game alongside their regular ones as like a kind of project. I also would love an open world Pokemon game where everything's 3D. Like Skyrim, but with Pokemon. I've said that a million times. I feel like technology is there for it, and if they were to make something like that, I think it would be astronomically successful. But, I don't know. Pokemon with shagging, says John. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Like, if I... Let's say I play the adult Pokemon game, right? It's like 18 plus, R-rated or whatever, M for mature. I don't know what you call it in your own various countries and regions, right? But let's say you go... You know, you start in a cave. You wake up in a cave, right? You're in a it's stormy and thunder and lightning outside, right? Really evil and dark, and it's cold. And you wake up, right? And you're like, hands are tied. You've been beaten up. You're fuzzy. You got blood all over you. And then like somebody's rummaging in your bags because you've been attacked at your campfire, right? All your Pokeballs, all your Pokemon, all your prior history has been wiped by the setting of the game, right? You get up, and you grab a Pokeball that's sitting there, and it's one of 3 Pokemon. One of 5 Pokemon, maybe. One of 10 Pokemon. You just grab a Pokeball from something, I don't know. And that's your starter. And you have to battle the guy attacking you in the cave, right? And then from there, you have to figure out what the fuck's going on. Where you are. You have to get down the mountain to the nearest town. You get down there, but there's like weird things going on. Maybe some deaths in the town. Maybe there's like bandits attacking the region. Maybe you have to fucking help the villagers for them to give you supplies, your first potion, some more Pokeballs, you go out into the forest, you do jobs, you catch some starter Pokemons. I don't need 2 Nidoqueens to be fucking absolutely doing each other out of the ass when I go into the woods or anything. I don't really need Pokemon shagging per se, John, but like some sort of adult kind of evil theme with like Team Rocket like killing Pokemon, maybe humans killing other humans for Pokemon, Pokemon being used to fight to the death, drug smuggling, adult relationships inside of it. I think that would be cool. I think that'd be pretty cool. Something I want that'll never happen is open world. Don't you dare grab my hand and teach me anything type of Pokemon game. Like a Pokemon game that is just relentlessly. Like you start your battle and you have to figure out in the beginning like how you're gonna beat the first guy. The tutorial boss is like Dark Souls. You grab a Pokeball. Maybe you could even have challenge runs where like you could set the game up so that when you grab one of the 5 Pokeballs in the beginning, it's totally random and you don't know what you're taking, and that's how your run starts. You just go for one Pokeball, they're all lying on the ground, and then you grab it and then you throw it and it's a fucking Psyduck and you're like, right, let's go boys. We're starting the water campaign. Psyducks only. But the first guy, when you throw out your Psyduck, he's level 5, right? And the other guy turns around and he opens up and his like first Pokemon's like an Electabuzz or something. And you just get fucking destroyed. Something like that, you know. Your first Pokemon dies tragically. And you're like, oh my god, Psyduck, we grew a bond. And then oh dude, I'm actually, this is, guys, somebody write this down. Send this to fucking Game Freak. Okay, here's how it starts, right? You play the first 5 hours of the game, 6 hours of the game. You get your first starter Pokemon and you love it, right? Let's say it's like let's say it's a Charmander, for argument's. Okay, you guys didn't want Charizard stuff. Let's say your starter Pokemon is a Bellsprout. Now you grow to love Bellsprout. You're getting through the early stages. You're making money. You start with nothing. You're making money. You're buying clothes, better supplies, things that allow you to maneuver around in the woods faster. You're in your starting settlement, by the way. You're in the middle of fucking nowhere. You don't know what's going on, who's attacked you, where you are, the country's at war, everything's going to shit. You start saving up. You start doing jobs for the villagers. Your Bellsprout starts growing in levels. You earn money for like cleaning. It's the classic starting MMORPG stuff, right? You go to the farmer's fields and you chase away the Rattata that's ruining his crops. You go into the cave in the woods and you kill something big, like a Needle King or something is like threatening the town. So you go do that. You go back to the town, you earn money. You upgrade your backpack, you upgrade your clothes. Maybe you can even buy fucking black market Pokemon from some shady guy on a street corner, right? Then you go through to the next town and you realise there's the Pokemon gym there. Now, while you're going to the Pokemon League gyms and amongst the war and stuff, you'd need to come up with that storyline. But you go to the Pokemon gyms. And your Bellsprout, your trusty Bellsprout Brian by your side. You start saving money, collecting, building up your roster. You go in and then boom, you're in the third gym. You've got 2 badges. You're fighting the gym leader. And then Team Rocket just fucking blows the wall open, right? And in they fucking come, man. Rhydons, dude. Fucking Dragonites. Charizards. Big fucking evil-looking motherfuckers, right? They blast in through the wall of the gym. And they just fucking kill the gym leader. Boom. And then they come over to you. And you're like, oh my god, Bellsprout, go. Use Vine Whip. And this fucking, like, I don't know. Somebody give me a big ugly Pokemon, guys. This fucking Executor, the evilest fucking Executor, blood dripping its mouth, just comes over and it just fucking kicks your Bellsprout right in the fucking face. And your Bellsprout just collapses. And you're like, oh my god, what's happening? And it fucking dies, right? And suddenly you have to start again. And suddenly you have vengeance in your heart. You need to find vengeance for Brian the Bellsprout. You have to go on a campaign. Gym badges forgotten. You're known for then on as the 3 badge gym trainer. Your motivations for the gym badges in the Pokemon League are gone, dude. Now it's all about taking down Team Rocket. The Pokemon League and the gyms are the post game. The game becomes about defeating Team Rocket, and you're not just trying to like send them off to Officer fucking Jenny at the police department. No, dude, you're there to gut that organization from the inside out. Climb the ranks. Take them out one at a time, the lieutenants. Climbing your way up the House of Cards till you get to Big Dick Giovanni at the top. And when you finally get him, you go, this is for Brian, bitch! You just fuck his shit up so goddamn hard. Like John Wick, but with Pokemon. John, exactly, right? Bloodshed and death follow you. You're known as the Reaper, right? You started off as Jimmy, who left from Pallet Town, but now that name's gone. You don't even know who you are anymore. You just know that death is in your future and death is in your past. You're known as the Reaper. And then the police start coming after you because you're killing everybody. And you have to kill them as well. Right? Do you know why Final Fantasy VII is kind of hype in the middle, right? Spoilers ahead, guys. Close your ears if you haven't played it, right? Aerith fucking dies, right? Aerith fucking dies. And nobody sees that coming the first time they play it, right? Unless they know the story and stuff, right? Nobody fucking knows that Aerith's gonna die. She's a party member. You literally level her up. You grow her. She's part of some people's teams. If you're not using Tifa, in which case you're an idiot. But she just fucking dies. Imagine you're playing through Pokemon, you go into the third gym, and Team Rocket just turn up and they just fucking kill your party. They just slaughter your party. Now you might be right, you might be like, Jack, why would they do that? Like, all my progress up until that point will be for nothing. It'll be gone. It'll be wasted. But this is fucking Demon Souls Pokemon, motherfucker. The game doesn't give a fuck. You're upset about that? Don't fucking play the game then, pussy. You could... So much potential. What would this game be called? Like, how do you get gold, silver, red, and then blue, and then Pokemon Death and Honor? Did Pokemon Death and Honor actually work, Sean? But yeah, I don't think they ever will, because imagine little Jimmy going like, Mum, I want to buy the new Pokemon game, please. No, Jonathan, we've given you the last 8 Pokemon games and you never finished them. Please, Mum. I'll get it. Get it first. Santa can get me it. And then they just get Pokemon Blood and Guts coming into their stocking. Mum! They killed my Rattata! They killed my starting Rattata, Mum! And then all the kids cry and then Pokemon Company gets sued. Your Bellsprout dies and there's an epic cutscene of you smashing open the cement and pulling out your old Charizard Pokeball. Oh, that'd be so sick, dude. I think it'd be cool. You could actually have permadeath for the Pokies as well. Let's say your Pokemon dies in combat like 5 times. It's got like a fucking deterioration system, a mentality system. Not only when your Pokemon gets defeated in battle, right, 5 times it dies, right, it slowly decreases, it's fatigues, it's bloody and broken. And then, you know when you, let's say you take your, you take your Nidoran out into the wild to train it, you get fucking absolutely trashed, you take it out again, it gets stronger, but then it gets trashed again. When you take that Nidoran back to the Pokemon Center, it's not just a case of, here's the Pokemon, heal it, blah blah blah, it's, here's the Pokemon, he's back, we've tried to stabilize him, now take up the therapy. And you have to take your Pokemon to like another center, brand new center that I'm introducing right now to the Pokemon franchise. You know how you've got your Poke Center and your Pokemart? Now you're gonna have Pokemon therapy for the vets, where you have to go in with your Nidoran, your Nidorino, and you literally have to counsel that fucker to be better. You have to be like, listen bro, you had a tough time out there, but this is only gonna get better. It's only up from here. You set that fucker down in the bed and you just like get the clipboard out and you just talk to it. Okay, here's this chat. Get this, right? You got your 5 Pokeballs with you, right? You've only caught 5 Pokemon, and you're traveling between City 3 and 4. Now, everybody in the town tells you there's 2 ways to get to the next city. There's the high road, or the regular road. Now, the regular road is filled with, like, crooks, and trainers wanting to battle you, and people trying to sign you up for their organizations. It's 3 days longer than taking the mountain pass, the high road, right? But nobody ever makes it back from the mountain pass. So you have 2 choices as a player. Do you go the safe route, the long safe route, or the adventurous quick shortcut? And when you go up into the mountain pass, right, you just go up and you're just traveling along the road, and just out of nowhere, just a fucking, again, I don't know, like an Onyx just fucking turns up and it just fucks you up. Like, I mean, like, Onyx has never had more badassery ever. Like, you learn to fear Onyx as this giant stone snake, right? Or worm, or whatever he's supposed to be. And you have to get past him. You have to develop a strategy to beat him, dude. I think that would be cool, man. New element to the game, seeing as we've got our fucking chalkboard up behind us and we're adding things as we go, right? Let's say you have your Voltorb, guys, right? And you want to make an Electrode. But, like, because in this game it's a realistic Pokemon game, your Pokemon don't just get to level 36 and evolve, dude. It's fucking hit or miss. Random chance. You could pick the good fucking alpha Voltorb when you find it. The one that's always down to fight, learns move quickly, has great stats, is powerful. Or you could find, unfortunately, the beta bitch, the Voltorb that's like, when you find it, it's like crying in a corner. It's like, please just let me die. You find him and you're like, right, I need a Thunder Poke, you'll do. He doesn't ever evolve. So what are you left doing? Well, you could care for him and nourish him as a little bitch, or you could force him to be alpha. So you take him to the Pokemon clinic, the plastic surgery clinic of steroids and buffs, and then you give him the Thunderstone, right? It's a long procedure, by the way. This isn't just like open your inventory, here's a Thunderstone. This is like a 3-day surgery. And there's like a fucking 60-70% chance that your Voltorb is going to die during the surgery. But when he fucking, if he makes it, dude, this motherfucker's coming out the other end of the surgery like God, man. He's literally coming out God tier. His stats are like quadrupled. He's through the roof. He's got new moves. He's strong as fuck. He's bigger, and he's angrier, and he's meaner. And he just fucks up the water gym so goddamn fast. You kill all of Misty's Pokemon. You blow the roof off the fucking center, and then Team Rocket turn up again. And you have to kill them all just because you feel like killing them. I should be sending emails right now. I should be asking for royalties in advance. This shit would pop off, dude. It says Professor Oak actually worked for a pharmaceutical company and you're sending the Pokemon to him for testing. Yeah, and also, on top of that, right, Professor Oak, not just your genuine nice guy. At first he starts off as like the only person in the game you can trust. But as you develop and learn, and you grow alongside Professor Oak, more of his characters are revealed. You realise he's actually an alcoholic. He's also been a Pokemon trainer. But he got caught on the path to being a Pokemon. Like, maybe he tried to be a Pokemon trainer and he only got to like the 6th or 7th gym. But he couldn't get past that point. Literally couldn't. It's not like a regular Pokemon game where you throw enough shitty Pokemon at the gym and eventually it's beaten and then you move on, right? He couldn't get past it because he just wasn't good enough. So he then fell into drugs and alcoholism, travelled the planet looking for a new cause, maybe got swayed into a couple of the wrong groups. And now as an adult, he is like encouraging you to try and do better than him. But when you try and send Pokemon to him on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he's just not there because he's in the pub. Thank God your character doesn't have a mum in the game, right? Oh no, she's dead. We don't know what happened to her. She left us on the streets of this tiny mountain remote village where we grew up in a cave getting attacked. Professor Oak wouldn't do that to your mum while sending you away for months to fill out a Pokedex. Oh my god, yes, he's trying to steal our mum who's actually not dead. Plot twist. Oak's got an arrest warrant for abducting kids and sending them out into the wilderness with a Rattata. Maybe that's his thing, John. Maybe that's his sadistic fucking... his fetish. He's like, ah yes, nothing gives me quite the kick like sending the younglings out into the abyss with nothing but a Rattata. You'll be fine going down Route 3, young Finley. What have you got in your backpack? Professor Oak, I've got my level 5 Pidgey and my level 20 Vileplume. Oh yes, Jimmy, you see that path down there? The one that leads to the cave? Go check that one out for me. Are you sure, Professor? It'll be fine. Yes. Scurry along now. Young lad, he's like shoving him out the door. Take your Pokedex and document the cave for me. Tell me what you find. It's just like an hour later. Professor Oak's just sitting with his window open, just taking in the aromas of the summer and the sun hitting his face as he sits with his tea. He's got like Machamps and stuff walking about in the background, organising his equipment. And then he just hears like an ear-curdling scream from the distance, just echoing across the mountains. Just a scream of pain and agony. And he's like, oh yes. Goes to his clipboard, just puts another X in a box. The Kids POV is this epic moment of them picking a Pokemon from Oak and him sending them on a mission. The reality is he's half cut and can't be fuck talking, taking them. Sure, kid, pick a Pokemon and leave me the fuck alone. That could be the start of the game. That's how they introduced the game, actually. You know how like every Pokemon starts like, oh my god, what time is it? I'm late, I better get to the Poke Center. Hello, Professor Oak, Elm, Archbishop, whatever his fucking name is. Hi there. Oh, well done. You're finally of age. I can't believe you've grown up so fast. Does your mother know you're leaving? Yes. Yes, is your Pokemon. You have to take care of them with love and care. And they will look after you. It's not just about the strongest, it's about the bonds you make along the way. You know all that pish, right? The game literally kicks off as if you're playing a regular game. Exact same, all these like, we're ticking all the boxes of like regular Pokemon, right? And then it's like, oh my god, thanks, Professor. And then just as the kid's leaving, the Professor just looks at him dead in the eye and he's like, but be careful, Jimmy. This world's different to the others. And then like the music continues on immediately. There's like a crack of thunder, but then like the music continues on. It's like do-do-do, do-do-do. I don't know, I'm singing Concerning Hobbits, right? But there's a nice kind of happy, upbeat music, right? And then the kid's like, he goes out and he's like, yes, I've waited on this my whole life. Come on, Pikachu. And then they run off into the woods. And then, dude, it's just like a Snorlax just falls out of a tree and just fucking boom. Literally just squashes the kid there and then. And he's just like that. He's lying there. He's like, ah, like bleeding out and stuff. And then it just flashes up the title screen. And it's like, don't let this happen to you. Pokemon Blood and Guts. Pokemon Death and Honor. And then you start your real game. So, your character, as the kid's out into the woods and he's walking through Route 1, he sees a Pidgey and he's like, oh, let's get it, Pikachu. Goes over with his Pokeball and he throws it. Misses the bird, right? Pokeball hits a rock in the background, but the rock is actually a Rhydon. Rhydon gets up and it just fucking horn drills him right in the fucking dick. And then he just as the horn drills come into the kid and you hear the scream, it cuts to your character who wakes up in a drop of and like a pool of sweat. He's just like, oh, it was just a dream. And then he settles down, and that's where the game starts. In the cave, you're being robbed. Boom. It's all threading together. This is perfect. Or what about like when, you know, you start off, you go to the edge of town and it's like, oh, I should really go and talk to Professor Oak and defend myself before going out into the wilds. My family's always told me that I shouldn't ever leave this forest clearing. We should never go into the woods. The woods are off limits to kids. But I'm older now. Now the game says to you there and then it's like, yeah, I should probably go and speak to Oak, but you're not forced to. You can go out into the wilderness, no Pokemon, and you just get absolutely mutilated by a bunch of Spearow. They just tear you like raptor, like a pack of raptors. You get nothing to defend yourself with. And that's how you learn you can't go into the woods. The game doesn't stop you. It's like, oh, maybe this is a bad idea, but then after that fucking that message pops away, you know, when that little soliloquy box pops up and it's like, maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I should go visit Oak first. You can keep on fucking cruising, my dude. No invisible barriers in this game. You learn by death. You learn by death or victory, okay? You can go into the mountain pass, no pokies, and get absolutely stomped. And that's just how you figure it out. You're like, oh shit, wait, I fucked up. Corpses littered through the long grass. Yeah, it's just like bodies everywhere, or even better, gravestones. You know when you go along Route 1 for the first time? As if you're going from Pallet Town to fucking Viridian Forest or whatever? It's not a happy sunshine path of adventure and happiness and joy. It's literally like along the route are the corpses of all of those who have fallen before you. Like in Dark Souls, where all the you meet all the like the failed like people along who have like not made it. It's just graves, both sides of the road. You check the gravestones and it's like Timmy, 14 years old, left with his pet pal Rattata, brought back in a box, only leg was remaining. Met wild Scyther while in the forest. Lived his best life. Jennifer was out fishing when attacked by a Gyarados. She was always told not to play too close to the river. Something like that, dude. As you leave Professor Oak's lab, the guy's like, hey kid, wanna buy a potion? You don't even know what the potion does. It's like, he's got 3 potions, one of them is more expensive than the others. And you just take one, it's like green, purple, or blue. You just drink it hoping that it's gonna save you. Or you just feed it to your Pokemon and it just screams in agony and then dies. Or the Pokemon just gets mega buff, like suddenly like its wings, if it's a fucking Pidgeot or something, its wings just get like fucking 3 feet longer and its head gets bigger and then it like its veins and its muscles just fucking as it like levels up. Oh my god.